up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another video for you guys. Now in this video, the caption says the divorce rate in America is currently at 75%, and the problem ain't the men, the women are the ones leaving. But before we get into the video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, share and like the video, and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and play what she's saying, and I'll give my thoughts on it. Make sure you give yours in the comments below. Here we go.
The problem ain't the men, the women are the ones leaving. It's just not no hope. It's just really not no hope. But I'm about to start crying. I have to say this over and over again. Like, they're leaving for a reason. Women just don't wake up one day and be like, you know what? I really don't like my husband.
Oh, really? So are y'all ready to apologize to the boomer generation of men who got up, said they were going to get a pack of cigarettes and never came back? Because according to your logic, they left for a reason. According to your logic, they didn't just wake up one day and say, I don't like my wife.
Listen, he made a good point. And this is how a lot of women think. They always go to point out that, oh, the women are leaving for a reason, but they never can specify the reasons as to why they're leaving in droves. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. When he did his show, there were a lot of women up there who actually left their marriages, left their relationships, even with children. They broke up their homes. And in many of those situations, these women had men who were the breadwinners. There were many women who called in looking for a better situation than what they had, and the woman was unhappy with being at the house with the kids. Being at home, raising your kids, taking care of that part of the job while your husband is out being the breadwinner, paying all the bills wasn't enough. She felt like she needed to be doing something else because the job of raising her kids was not enough for her. So that is one reason why a lot of women tend to leave. There are women out here who are claiming that they want men to pay all the bills and be the breadwinners and the protectors and the providers, but these same women still want their careers. They still want to work outside the home. They don't want to be in the home raising the kids and that's their sole job and purpose. They don't want to do that because that is not fulfilling to them, because they're not thinking about the children's future. They don't see any point or purpose in being a stay-at-home wife, raising the kids, taking care of the home while their husbands go out and work and pay all the bills. And if I'm not mistaken, the whole reason for the man being the sole provider financially is so that he can have a wife at home who can rear the kids, right? These women don't want to do that. They want to be part-time moms, part-time wives, and they want to be entrepreneurs. But they still want the man to pay all the bills. Where does that come from? It doesn't make any type of sense. Now, I can understand if both of y'all are working, you had a career when you met him, he had his, and y'all came to an agreement that, hey, we're going to both work, we're going to have kids, we're going to work this in, we're going to take turns or whatever, however y'all going to maneuver your businesses and your finances. I can understand that, but these modern women, they want their cake and they want to eat it too. They don't want to be housewives. They don't want to be at home. That's too boring for them. They want to be outside. They want to go on trips all the time. They want to travel. They want to live like they see the celebrities on social media living without their money. But they want the man to finance that all, finance their dreams, cater to their businesses or whatever they have in mind while still raising a family, taking care of a household, paying all the bills. You tell me where that makes sense at in any situation. It just does not add up. If you got a man who's responsible for all the bills, working hard, then you need to be at the house making sure the kids are good, the household is straight, and all of that is taken care of. But they don't want to do that. They want to be independent boss chicks outside doing their own thing. They want you to pay for everything, pay for them, pay for them. Who in their right mind is in a position to be able to do all of that and with nothing in return? It's like they want you to finance everything that they want, but you get nothing of what you want as the man. That's crazy to me. So they want you to pay for nannies and pay for this and pay for that while pampering her and treating her like a princess, doing all this stuff. And how long do you think that's gonna last? And then if he falls short, God forbid, he falls short, he fall on hard times, he can't maintain this, she's not gonna turn around with her boss chick coins that she's been saving and help him out and contribute back into the household to make it all work and balance it out. No, she's going to be on her way out stressed out because she's used to a certain lifestyle and you can't provide it, so she got to keep it moving. And she doesn't care about the kids or anything involved. It's all about her happiness and nobody else's. And my thing is, I don't see how that's going to work in any situation. So this is where you find the women leaving, not because they're all being abused, not because they're all in a just toxic, horrible relationship. Even though those exist, that is not the main reasons why a lot of these women are leaving. They're leaving because they feel like, hey, if this relationship doesn't serve me anymore, I'm out. They're like, oh, that's why divorce was created, because you don't have to stay in a marriage to when you're not happy. It's all about your happiness. And I like the point that Angry Man made when he said, hey, the men back in the day, y'all talk about that as if that was so horrible. Oh, he just got up and left and he ain't never came back and they could find him and he created a whole family. Maybe he went and found some peace. You got to understand, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If it can be done over here, it can be done over here too. So if women are not just leaving and the men are just so toxic and terrible and they just put up with it for so long and then they decided, I got to get out of here and leave, well, we got to assume that those men back in the day were doing the same thing. But no, men don't have feelings. They can't have a reason as to why they want to leave. If they leave, oh, they're just horrible. They're deadbeats. They're losers. They abandon their families. But you don't look at a woman as abandoning her family when she walk away because she don't feel her feelings or needs are being met in the way that she want them to be met. There's no excuse for the woman, but there's always an excuse for the man. As if what she does is justified and okay. And if he does the same thing, oh my God, he's so horrible. That has to stop. That has to stop, because it's not benefiting the women. The women are the ones who are gonna end up by themselves mad and complaining on and bitter on social media about not finding a man to do what you want him to do. Because it's the women who don't want to cooperate. They've let society trick them into making them think they don't need men, but if a man is wanting them, that he has to do everything for them. And I'm so tired of the narrative because I know it don't work. And women still want to believe that that's how it's supposed to be. You're not a man if you don't come in and do everything. If men were saying you are not a woman if you're not a housewife, if you don't know how to cook and clean, if you don't know how to raise kids and do what you need and keep the household straight, then you are not a woman. Then they were, oh my God, spaz out, crashing out all over the place, falling out mad. It's just getting out of hand. It really is. It's getting to a point where it's just beyond measure. But a lot of these women have been tricked into thinking that they can do so much better. It's the same thing that happened with Tia Mowry, and she always comes to mind to me because she thought that the grass was green on the other side. She thought that she would leave her husband and, there's so many much more opportunities out here and she wants to thrive and find herself and do all of that. And I still don't think she's found herself, and she's single. I still don't think that she's found what she thought she deserved and what she felt she could get that was better than what she already had. Once again, I think a lot of women make this mistake, and you don't have to. You don't have to make a mistake. If you have mediocre things that's going on with you and your husband, work them out. Please don't go out here in this dating market thinking that you're going to find a marriage-minded man who's going to take you seriously with you and your kids and all of that and all of the stuff that you got going on that you haven't resolved because you didn't see yourself as the problem. You saw your husband as the problem when a lot of it was you. So you didn't work on yourself. You didn't change anything. And then all you do is take that into another potential relationship. And that man sees you for who you are. He like, hell no, I'm out. I'll screw you a few times and then I'm out. I'm not going to deal with you. So listen, I'm going to leave it here. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell. Y'all know what it is. Let me know your thoughts on this particular video and I will see you in the next one. Bye.